Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are to continue running with Hildibrandt, who just angered the Lalafell, the father of the bride, as we are currently in front of or they want to announce a betrothal today, but there's a phantom thief going around, and we are looking for him. And as Hildibrandt is, he bumbles around and causes chaos. So, we need to make up for him now. What was a terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Guremu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good God! This no thief is a madman! As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supplies these days. What with the mandragoras at large? Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras? I've heard of that fellband. Tell me, what manner of vegetable did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you just worry too much, Master Levard. Our course of action is clear. We only storm into the den of those overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass plates of a Gabara proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed. They only were a brave soul in our midst with a warmth for taking on fearsome enemies, not a shred of concern for our own well-being. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sundemal of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads for the mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Guremu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. There's a way to limit her together. Okay. One cinnamon. Oh yeah. If you've come from the mandragoras, I fear you are half a bell too late. It's very blasted all. They were poor merchant talent. No sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. He fled his own vessel in sheer terror yet. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for airport hoping to recoup his losses. If you have a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Is the thrill of a chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by the fisherman's bottom will carry us to the airport. Let's be swift on our way. To airport this time. Tiny trader. Don't stick on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant or something like that. Think I jest to you? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye as it did mine. My eye! By the time I get in the wits, it already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined, ruined! If I never see another bleeding onion till the end of my days, it'll be too soon. Seeds of rebellion. To hear most say it, the mandragores are a nasty lot. A right pain in the ass to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing a fellow front from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguard have a far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umber and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. Huh? This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression? I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me. If it isn't the undead overlord that fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you, could it be the adventurer that best of a thieving duelist in single combat? Yeah. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split with heavens? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly a fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the butt. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the mandragores are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them before the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I have not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating to the Isles of Umbra. Mandragora butt. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Sorry, undead are not my problem right now. More hostile gazes. Inspector?
Front! My pursuit of mandragores has led me beneath the surface. Yes, it must be down here somewhere.
Commands for mandragores? So we have a pseudo fate. Stop running! Come on. Again.
Impeccably fought, my friend. I only wish I'd seen it better with my own eyes. You may go on ahead to Costa del Sol. I shall be along as soon as I extricate myself.
What took you so long, friend? The Isles of Umbra are but a short sprint away. I trust you brought along the goods we so bravely claimed? You returned. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for crazed head of cabbage. The stolen foodstuffs. You've saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Guguemo is quite particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the chase. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Caw! The peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of the skies as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue. Quite far from the purple that Master XI had described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector, the crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant a purplish blue or bluish purple. The two colors are quite similar when you think about it. These peppers are the most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. The charade is up! After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proven the key to cracking the case. With speed, Najou! The fiend must be brought to justice! You can run, but you cannot... Haha! If you thought you could out-sprint this mud of a man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrandt, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Playing a fool, will you not? I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! I must fight you at once. My head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is a true Leavenheart. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There's still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he couldn't have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Leavenheart back to the estate, but you might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. The Mandragoras! Your revenge! I have found you, little ones. Let me guess. You see with anger at those that took from you what was yours? When it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. The time is right. Revenge will be yours. The game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? So we were here? Do I dream? But I must, for such beauty could not be of this world. A gentleman's heart swoons. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the asset at once. Oh, Levin, always a warrior. Your concern is touching, but I'm a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though the flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrandt, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. The pleasure's mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildibrandt is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the mandible name. But God smile on me indeed, to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, my lady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vannes, why I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure, wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met, unconscionable. Father says this marriage must happen, but is for the future of a family trait. Spoken like a true old Dan, but if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me among the beggars on Pearl Lane and was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Levin in as well, though as a servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me, he's a man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vannes if that will make Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with a whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how we inspect this investigation first. Icewell must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. A case of indecency. We have not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with this fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested mandible art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend. Though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles, and Miss Arabella safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable to your adventures as it has on my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. A fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Not true, Miss Ellie? With me? Ah, over there he is. That fellow on the table looks terribly suspicious. You? Inspector Boyardin, I've seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left the estate here. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. There's no time. Without a thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector Vannes and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. This is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the Inspector here will think of something. What? Me? What do you propose? You're the expert in creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or like, you know, like you always do? Inspector Boyardin, I knew the day would come that you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vannes. Yes, for the sake of a maiden, a gentleman will do what must needs be done. The poor sobs lacks even a wit to know when he's being insulted. Now, to the task at hand, we must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Desiree, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I will proceed with the investigation. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant clothing. Sewn in a competent fashion by a reasonably talented tailor, using materials of a satisfactory quality, these garments have been kept in acceptable shape and more than likely commanded an average to fair price at market. So totally average stuff. Servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella, with a thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vannes. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Heaven, if father heard you say such things... I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, you have not one but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long before the fiend is brought to justice. Very well. I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with a banquet dress, Inspector? Desiree, bring Miss Arabella's dress to the bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to this task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Okay, bring the dress to Inspector Hildibrandt. What are we doing? Cross-dressing? You're not elude me this time, fiend. Ah, you return. Me. I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vannes at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but why not? I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vannes before the ceremony begins. Why not, friend? I assure you that Inspector Briardi and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Alright. All I have done to raise Arabella to a beautiful young woman has been in anticipation of this day. I have never been more proud to call myself a father. Curses, how am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa Del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Bulgare Consortium and the East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you have been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversations. The Lapis Maiden, if even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vannes is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Nolto, Sanana, honored guests, it's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vannes, future chair of a Bulgare Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Guguremu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today, but the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, he's wearing gloves. Did he do that before? I remember the inspector mentioning that no one was wearing gloves, because they were specifically looking. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrandt, my number, you had one job. It's Hildibrandt, right? She's beautiful. We have a rebel expecting otherwise. She's my bride, after all. Yeah, it's Hildibrandt. My lady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. And we are that you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and star. Hildibella. My sun and stars. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes, I'm yours and shall be forevermore. Oh, what have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrandt, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenseless before me. The game is up, Vannes, or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces? Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deduction has proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well. Allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but two men here in Costa del Sol who have gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugremu, and her steward, Levenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vannes, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, you of 1,000 faces! And anyone else with half their wits about them! How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in jail and throw away the key! Arabella? Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. Now remember what Hildibrandt just said? He doesn't know how she looks like. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not. And what is yours is now mine. That's a thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. You came all this way for me. You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away, my lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vannes was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I'm sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I could ever have hoped for. Barnes and the father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it's for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy, by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrandt, who taught me this lesson. For the love of a god, somebody find him a change of clothes! But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he took only her neckpiece. Now that you mention it, Master Guillermo told me about the class when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of a sun goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces of a Burger consortium, known by many as Azima's virtue. The Maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. You poor onion! Over here, Inspector, it says. Make you look! The fiend plays us for fools. Give her to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notion of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces? You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was a phantom thief who was blamed for that bomb. Truly, verily, truly, verily, indubitably the phantom thief, most certainly. A case of indecency solved. The Palais minigame is now available. In the toy chest in your in-room. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. With a smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a mandible man triumph over terrors and win the day? Hildibrandt will return in the Colosseum Conundrum. Gott, but I would end the episode here. Until next time, man. when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Ace, and don't get lost. The key to the next case is also the key to the throne. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we found it next time.